Yo, you know what it is, man. It's the Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205. Today, man, I got a special treat for y'all, man. I got my man Mark Socks in the building, MRK Socks. I'm going to let him introduce himself, man. What's good with you, baby?
E-Block Radio, what up, though? It's MRK SX, man. What's happening with you?
Dog, man, same old, bro. But for real, we about to have a for real conversation today, though, because there's some interesting facts that we need to go over. I want the people to know a little bit about you. And you got a joint dropping today, right?
100.
For sure. And before we get into, like, everything, we got to talk about the name, bro. Where did it come from?
Okay. Well, my first name is Mark.
For sure.
And I'm obsessed with socks.
It's that simple, huh?
It's that simple. It's that simple. And put it together, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out what was unique, like what would make me stand out. And I was like, well, right. I love socks. Like, all right, Mark Socks it is. You know what I'm saying? And I shortened it, took the A out, just said MRK.
Yeah.
And you can pronounce it phonetically. You know what I'm saying? It also stands for Michigan Rap King. If you want to get slick with it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, or I just call myself SX. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So either way is fine, man. You know, rappers and their pseudonyms.
Yo, you know I didn't even know that though. Yeah, so I associated MRK with like you said, your name being Mark, but it can also mean Rap King. Okay, I feel that.
Exactly.
Talking a little shit on the slide. I feel you.
I'm from the D, man. That's what we do.
Dog, for sure. And that's where we was about to head with the next question. Actually, you must have read my mind. So, so you from the D. I know you did a little traveling after that, but I did want to say this. What did being from Detroit? What did that do for your rap content? Like, how did the city influence your content?
So, in the Midwest, you grow up on everything.
For sure. All
right, you get equal parts everything that's popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You turn the radio on. You getting E40 and Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's always been like that. Like my whole life, man. I grew up around everything, so I was influenced by whatever was popular.
For sure.
And the fact that soul music is so prevalent there, I was influenced by soul music. So I got little dialects in my music from everywhere. You know, you might hear one record and be like, oh, that sounds Southern. You might hear something else and be like, I think homie's from the West Coast or from the Bay or whatever. You know what I mean? That's literally because I grew up on everything.
For sure.
And most people in Detroit, grandparents is from down south.
Oh yeah,
So I grew up around Southern dialect, you know, so it was natural for me to use certain phrases and terms, you know what I'm saying, in my music.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I figured too. And it is true, being from the Midwest, you do get a mix of everything. But you most definitely right about being from Detroit. Everybody parents from Georgia and Alabama.
Exactly. Florida, all that. Yep, 100%.
Now I peeped in like some previous interviews or previous videos of you on YouTube that you spent some time in Japan, man. Tell the people about that.
Well, I joined the military when I got out of high school, and I found myself in Japan, man. I was over there for 7 years.
Okay.
And initially it was because of the military, man, and then I really can't say nothing else except for I got blessed or lucky, however you want to say it, man. A partner of mine that was not in the military, who I was making music with, wound up in a video with one of the biggest artists in their country at the time. His name Zebra.
Word.
And they got the smoking during the video, and he put my beat tape in. Okay. And dude was like, "Who beats is those?"
Yeah.
And he told him, and the next thing I knew, I was in the studio.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Working on his album. Yeah, man. It was pretty dope. Like I said, you call it luck, blessed, whatever, man. And it really, it opened up the country to me in a way that, man, I could have never imagined. And it gave me the confidence to get out the military. And I wound up, that's me as a producer. Right. I mean, man, I've produced on no less than 45, 50 major releases in Japan alone.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
that's another thing too. That's why I want to mention to the people that you started out over in Japan as a producer. So like
right.
with that experience, not only just being in Japan, but the experience as a producer, how do you think that's helped you as an artist?
Immensely, because I still act as a producer, even if it's not my beat. Because I understand music and because I understand production and arrangement, and really even more than that, how something should feel.
Yeah.
It helps me a lot. It helps me a lot from I mean, I've coached hundreds of artists on thousands of songs.
Right.
You know, over the past 10, 15 years, man. So when I hear a track, and I hear me on it, I almost immediately know what to do. I may not have, I can hear a whole song and not even have a word of it yet.
Right.
I just understand how it's supposed to feel.
Damn.
You know, and so when I decided to take the producer for hire, I would say, hat off and go into just being an artist, I just started producing myself.
Word.
You know, instead of chasing down artists to get on my beats, I chased me down and I started getting on other people's beats.
For sure. No, that's what's up though. And I gotta ask you this too though. I mean, because you mentioned about, you know, hearing the beat and just like kind of having a feel for it off rip. Like where does that come from? Is it something that was learned, or is it just like your gift?
Definitely, I think it's so I'm a mixed bag with the whole gift thing, man. Yeah. I tend to follow more so. I don't know if you ever heard Michael Jordan talk about his gifting as a basketball player. I'm not comparing me to Michael, but I'm saying he wrote a book called Driven back in the day. And the whole point of the book was to say that it wasn't his gift. It was his desire to be the best. Yeah. You know, where, you know, just one very small example is he would, no matter where he was, it started in his neighborhood. He figured out who the best player in his neighborhood was. And he found out what time he got to the court every day to shoot around. If that guy got there at 8, he got there at 7. Yeah. If that guy left at 3, he left at 4. You know, so to Michael Jordan, the reason why he's Michael Jordan is because he was always willing to do that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? What's to put the time in. Yeah. And I say the song on purpose on the album, track 1, I say, you know, niggas is talented, but we put the time in, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the answer to your question is I put the time in. That's thousands of bars. That's, you know, recording myself for the last 20 years as well as other people. That's huge piles on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, no, I can definitely feel that. All right, so look, this is the thing. We got you doing both. All right, so you're on the producer end and the artist end. So I want to know. We won't necessarily use the word exciting, but I want to know which one you like better. I guess like would it be the producer side of it, or would it be the artist side of it?
It's more of a challenge for me to fit who I am into the current wave of whatever's going on in hip hop. And for me, I enjoy that challenge. I enjoy the challenge of maintaining my integrity, taking their styles and killing it with their styles. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the new wave is, like I'm gonna fit MRK into it and kill that shit.
I feel that for sure. Now I know you when you left Detroit, you did your tour over in Japan. So on the armed forces tip. Yeah. But after that, though, what did you do after that? Like after Japan, after the success you had as a producer, what did you do after that? Yeah,
so I made a little bread. I made a little bread off of the producing in Japan, and I was doing real well. And I saved up a good bit of money, so I decided to take the chances of doing the same thing in America. And there's a whole reason to that. A lot of people ask me why I didn't just stay. I think
you know I was gonna ask.
Yeah, but I think people ask that because they don't understand what it means to be a foreigner, right? Like it's when you just not visiting a place, especially a place that everybody is the same exact color, right? So it's not like, you know what I mean. So I could never blend in. Like I always stood out. I got tired of going to the store and little kids asking if I play basketball. Or I was actor or something like that, you know, because they didn't understand why I was in their country, and I wasn't in the tourist spots, right? You know, so So it just kind of got old, man. And then I hit a ceiling because, you know, the internet makes the world small.
For
And,
sure.
you know, they were perfectly in understanding that I wasn't doing my thing in America. So that really affected the way I was getting paid. Like it was a whole social hierarchy thing. And it made more sense for me to come back home and do my thing, because I would see cats do a little something in America, come over to Japan and make in a week what it took me the whole year to make, because they have in America. So for me, it made more financial sense for me to come back here, try to do my thing, and then go back over there.
Yeah.
10 years later, I'm still here. Right?
No, that made complete sense though. That made complete sense, and I definitely was gonna ask, because I figure when you get to a certain level of success, it's like, you know, why leave that to come here? But I see it pretty much sound like the standard is set by having a little bit of that American success and then taking it back. It'll get you more money, basically.
It gets you more money. It gets you more prestige. It gets you more everything. Because everybody want to be successful in America, man. You know what I mean? And during my time there, you know, there were artists that signed American record deals. You know what I'm saying? They tried to release music, but America ain't. We not ready for an Asian pop star yet.
Right.
You know,
probably not.
Yeah, we not ready yet. You know what I mean? But I think at some point we will, but not yet. And so it just became odd. It just became awkward that I was up in these studios doing my thing, and I was the only one. It just got weird, man. It was cool at first. It was like a novelty, but living there, learning the language, and then learning the language was bad for me, because then I started to understand the nuances to the stuff they were saying when they would. And they didn't like that either, because they couldn't.
They couldn't be slick around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that made them uncomfortable. And so, you know, it's a whole
too much.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the pay scale works different there, where man, I didn't think I was gonna get in. So the pay scale worked different. Yeah. If you are a producer, you typically with a management company. Put your shoes on, man. Yeah. And you still there?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you typically with a management company, and but I wasn't with a management company. So anything that I would do meant I was taking money from somebody else.
Got you.
So yeah, man, you know, and if I got singles on some of the biggest, you know what I mean, albums out, that's a problem, because that's supposed to be them.
Sure. Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So you can just imagine some of the social issues that came with that.
Hell yeah, I bet. And you an outsider too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I'm an outsider, but not only an outsider, but an outsider that's not popping in America.
Right. So it's like, so
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see how that can go real bad.
Exactly. So one of the I'll put your gray shoes on. So one of the biggest artists over there embraced me. You know, he embraced me, and I thought it was all fun and games until I realized he wasn't embracing a lot of other people.
Oh, okay.
You know, from his own culture.
Exactly.
So it caused a lot of, man, it was just time to go.
Right. Basically, bottom line, it was time to get the hell out of here.
I made some bread, and fortunately, even after I left, I would say my first few years here, I was still making so much residual bread from over there that it was carrying me in America.
Damn, that's what's
I was still getting my publishing, my life. That's why publishing and ownership is so big. Yeah. Because when you do, and I mean, I haven't produced a song there in years, man, but I still, at least twice a year, I'll get a check for $200 for something I did 15 years ago.
Damn, right. Yeah, them real residuals right there.
Yeah.
And,
socks and shoes.
So look, just to kind of piggyback on that too, obviously you've seen the scene in Japan, you know, abroad, and then back here in America. Just looking at the two different places and the way we look at hip hop from here, where do you think hip hop is really going? Do you think it's going up or down? Because like for us old heads, it feel like it's going down. But like, what do you think?
So let me make sure I understand the question that you're asking.
Yeah.
Are we talking cultural or business?
I'm talking cultural.
cultural is it's great. It runs the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It runs the world. And look here, man, hip hop always belongs. The youth always say what's cool.
True that.
Always. You know, we did too.
Right, we did it.
You know, and it's never gonna change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that part is never gonna change.
For sure.
That the youth sets the tone, the precedence for what is in style.
True.
You know, that's never, ever going to change. And I think that, but what's cool about now is there's a lot of youth, like say like, I don't know. I don't want to use somebody everybody always uses, but I think somebody, I mean, I don't want to say Kendrick or nothing. I would even say like a young artist like this cat named Boogie, right? That came out under Shady.
Okay.
It's following every rule that an artist in the 90s would have followed making his album.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But what happened was, and I absolutely, and we could talk about this another time, I blame Soulja Boy. When Soulja Boy won,
yeah.
When he won, it said that the bar could be lowered and you couldn't say nothing about it because he was getting money.
Right. I dig exactly what you're saying.
So like when that happened, when we couldn't even say, hey, you know, it's good he getting this money, but y'all realize that's not like he can't rap, right? when we tried to say that, we got called haters.
Right, because he getting money. So
exactly.
Right.
And so that changed everything.
As far as like artists and producers, like at this point, since we know the culture is kind of dominant around the world, do you think that we are getting better business wise?
Yes, we have to. Competition demands it.
Yeah.
I'm on the interview, homie. My bad. I'm on the interview right now. I'm on the interview. I will come holler at you. No. You good? I'm gonna call you later though. All right. Yeah.
No, you good, man.
But I told you, man, I'm doing regular, everyday stuff at the same time.
Right, for sure.
But
right, we might keep that in the interview.
Yeah. But nah, man, they have to, man. Business, you know, when you get more, it's more of a challenge, man. The more people that are gonna do any one thing, it's gonna be more of a challenge. You're gonna have to adapt. You're gonna have to adjust. You're gonna have to figure out how to innovate. Like, it's just business, man. It's just business.
At the end of the day,
you know, the bar got lowered. Yeah, the internet, but not even just the internet. Like I said, when Soulja Boy won, that meant that made that began sort of the time of like where the image, like everything about a superstar could be there and he didn't have to be talented.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean? So people just went straight to the star without, like, they didn't care necessarily about like the talent. It was like, yo, he's cool to look at, cool to be around. He says all the cool stuff.
Right.
Yo, we rocking with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh yeah, I mean, you know, if you know, we black, so you listen to something with rhythm enough times, you'll like it.
That is true, though. I can't lie.
You know what I mean?
No, that's
like,
definitely true.
You'll get it. You know, you'll hear a song, you be like, yo, this is trash. I don't like it. But by the 50th time you hear it, you be like, yo, that's kind of my joint. You know,
Duh.
You know what I mean? You start, you know, it's we black. Like, that's how it is. It's programming. Like,
it is.
We love rhythm. We love rhythm and groove. So we'll get it. After a while, we'll get it.
Because that's exactly how I feel about Tatiana, dog.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a whack song, but it's fun to say "Bust It Down, Tatiana." Like, it's just fun to say.
Exactly.
Right. my man is offbeat. I know none of his lyrics, but it is absolutely fun to say "Bust It Down, Tatiana." Like, it's fun.
Right.
It's fun to say, and he's interesting to look at. He's got like a curly high top fade or something. Like he's interesting.
Right, just interested.
He has this weird name, Blueface. Right. Like it's yeah, man. Like, that's all.
For sure.
I mean, he's no different than, listen, man, he's no whacker than any artist that came out in the early 90s that just had you know, is he whacker than Freedom Williams and CNC Music Factory?
You took that shit way back.
But I'm saying even by the standards of that time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, MC Hammer was horrible. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, horrible. But I knew he was horrible when he was popping.
Right, exactly.
You know, But I loved it though. Like he looked good, it sound good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is how it went.
You know, absolutely. And he rapped like he was just trying to figure out when the rap part ends so he could get back to the hook.
Hell no.
Yeah, I listened to some MC Hammer recently, bro. I couldn't even listen to it. But anyways, let me get back.
Hey, Hammer used to do his thing, though. I ain't gonna lie.
He used to do his thing, man. And I ain't hating on Hammer, man, because Hammer a real nigga from Oakland. I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm just saying, Hammer, you knew you was just trying to get back to the hook. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yo, but staying on the whole subject of music though. Obviously, I know you got a joint that just dropped today. Tell the people about your joint that dropped today and tell them what they should expect.
For sure. The Amazing Sock Monster just dropped today. It's 6 joints on this, an EP. It can definitely be called an EP. 6 songs, 4 of them produced by Just Chill Beats from the Ukraine. 1 produced by my man Kill Miami from the UK, and another one produced by Tone Jones. And man, I feel bad for not remembering this other cat name, but yeah.
It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, bro, if you hear this, man. My apologies, but it's a banger they produced. It's called Back to Me. It's the last joint on there, but nah, man. You can expect some personal. You know, I get a little bit personal, man, but for the most part, we're just trying to have a good time.
For sure.
You know, it starts out with On Purpose, and when you listen to On Purpose, it's very direct in what this is all about to me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's very direct to what this is all about to me, man. And then the last song being Back to Me is more of a personal record. You know what I'm saying? Kind of bringing you to some things I've been through. But it's a fun project, yo. The beats is banging.
For sure.
The hooks is insane, and as usual, I'm rapping my ass off.
For sure. And I peeped that definitely. It is an essence of fun to it. Just to give you a nod real quick to the video that just dropped on YouTube earlier. I can't make this shit up. It is a fun vibe to it. But at the same time, like you said, bro, you rapping your ass off, dog. That's good shit out there.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's the challenge when you was asking me about, you know what I'm saying, whether I like being an artist or a producer, you know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, because Kendrick does it really well. You know what I'm saying? He does it really, really, really well in terms of balancing what's happening in popular culture mixed with what he wants to inject in the music. Now, I ain't no Kendrick. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody to make that mistake like him as somebody that has set the bar, you know, that I'm trying to catch up to. For
sure. Now, just before we get up out of here, though, I did want to ask you this too. Obviously, you've been in the game for a little while, but who would you say was your biggest influence in hip hop?
Just right now, or just period?
Period, just from day one. I know, right? There's a lot going on, but you know.
That's tough, man. I'm gonna say I can give you eras.
Okay.
I can give you eras.
All right, let's do that.
I can tell you the 90s was Heavy D.
Word.
Yeah, the 90s was Heavy D. The 2000s probably say was Jay-Z and Common.
Word. Okay.
Right, like it's Common. And then recently, like in the last couple of years, and this is true, not just because he passed away, but Nipsey Hussle.
For sure.
Like Nipsey had, I was hollering, he had the best album of 2018 as soon as it came out.
For
you know what I'm saying? Like, man, but yeah, he's been a huge influence in the past couple of years in terms of just motivation and determination. You know what I'm saying? To get this shit done, man. You know what I'm saying? So we lost the real one. You know what I mean? So I would say that, man, you know, a little bit of, you know, but I enjoy Kendrick and Drake, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy all of these people, man.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the up and coming cats, you know what I'm saying? I dig with up and coming cats is different because I'm on the head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll talk about them later.
We're going to jump back into, you know, what you were saying about the album. Is released today. Where can everybody find it today?
Okay, yeah, you can go anywhere that you stream music. The album will be there. Just type in MRK SX, and it should be the only album that comes up. The Amazing Sock Monster.
For sure, that's That's what's up, dog. And let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Absolutely. On Instagram, it's at MRK underscore SX. On Twitter.
All right, for sure. Also, too, man, look, I got to ask you. I know you just released the joint today, and so props for that. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on the new joint today. But already, I know you're thinking, so what's next on the venue, dog? I know you got something on deck already. So what's next for Mark
100.
Socks?
Well, two things. Big shout out to my label. I own a label, which I didn't talk about, which is called That Feeling.
Oh, bro, you gotta tell us now, man.
So my record label is That Feeling, and there's 4 artists signed to it. I'm one of them.
Okay.
We got DJ 110, myself, Wiz This Beast, and my man E Smitty, the soul singer, and we are all signed to That Feeling, which again is my label, and it's part of why when you ask me what's next. What's next is for me to continue developing their careers. We already put out one compilation, which was called "Go Get It." You can grab that too.
Okay, no doubt.
It's called "Go Get It," and just type in that feeling DATFEELIN. Go Get It. It'll come up. That was the first release from the label. My album is the second.
Bet.
My album is the second release from the label. What's coming up for me personally is continuing to develop them, and the Amazing Sock Monster is part 1 in a series of 4.
Oh, okay.
Right. You're going to get 3 more projects from me before 2020. This is the first one. I'm on the head, bro. I gotta be. You know what I mean? So this is the introduction. We got a lot more coming. So this summer you can expect the single from the next one to drop in like July. But before then, I'm keep knocking out videos for this one. Yeah. You're gonna see we working on Go Get It 2, and then each of them have their own individual albums that are coming as well. Also got a podcast called El Brick Road, which I just dropped the first episode for the other day.
Oh, word! Congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro. And I run a podcast field. Thank you. I actually have a podcast network. It's called That Feeling Podcast.
Man, what? Oh, we definitely got a lot to talk about.
We got to build.
To rap again.
For sure. I got a whole podcast network. I'm the last one to join it. Like there's already other podcasts going on it. If you go by SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/thatfeeling, you'll see them all up there. You know what I'm saying? My man from the desk below, shout out to him. And he interviews everybody that are legends in hip hop. Like one of the recent ones was from Buckshot. You know what I'm saying? And Raz Kaz, you know what I'm saying? Like he had a lot of interviews like that. He's a lot of cats from the Griselda camp right now too. So he's on the Dat Feeling network. My man Wiz This Beast, he got FUIM, which stands for Fuck You On Me podcast. My man Smitty with the Real Food podcast. We got a live mix show called In the Den with 110. We got another podcast called Poetic University.
Bruh, you got a lot of shit going on, dog.
I got a lot of shit going on, man. And I'm on their head, bro. I'm on their head. And so I decided to develop my own infrastructure before I released the solo album. So I have a pool of fans that we promote to internally before it even gets out to the rest of the world. You know, and so we spent a lot of time developing that. So that's what's going on, man. So tap in, follow at MRK_SX. Also follow at That Feeling.
That's for sure, bruh. I didn't know we was gonna find out this much about you. We definitely got to get you back on the show.
I didn't know I was gonna tell that much about me. That's what's up. I mean, that shouts to you though. You know what I mean? As a great host and a great interviewer, bro. You know what I'm saying? It take a lot to start up your own thing. So anybody that does it, you get my respect, gratitude, everything, because people don't know what it's like when you're not on this mic.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate that shit to the fullest, bro.
No doubt. And anything I could do, you know, my network could do, man, just let me know.
Oh, for sure, man. Hey, I'm gonna hold you to
it. Easy.
All right, that's what's up, man. Well, thanks for coming through the block, man. Of course, it's my man Mark Socks. Make sure you check out his joints, available on all digital platforms right now. Give your joint a shout out again, dog.
Indeed. Mark Socks, the Amazing Sock Monster, out today. Go grab that. Enjoy yourself, man. Let me know what you think.
For sure, dog. We definitely go do that. Until the next time, man, you already know what it is. The Live
Yes,
is Cloud radio show on the planet. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial. It's your man's, the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. We out. Peace.